do a brief introduction.
All right. Hi, all my Jaybirds. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining my channel. Before we get started with our makeup tutorial on my beautiful model here, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We have more videos coming, and let's get ready with this makeup tutorial. Here we go. I'm not really good at this, so I'm going to do the best I can to let you guys know what I use. Right now I'm using Magic Collection, and this is just a rose oil primer. And here we go. So with the rose oil primer, it just seals the follicles in your face and also adds moisture to the skin. So you can rub that in. And my favorite part, of course, is the eyebrows. So, let's get this thing a-cracking. Right now I'm using e.l.f. Eyeshadow palette. No, not eyeshadow, I'm sorry. Eyebrow palette from e.l.f. It's something really cheap. And we're just going to define these brows. I want to apologize in advance again because it's my first tutorial. I'm not that good on talking. I'm actually trying to think of what to say right now. And see, going in with a deep brown eyebrow color, because her eyebrows aren't super thick, so we want to make sure that we keep it natural and beautiful. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to switch this way. Maybe I should start by crossing in front of the camera. Sorry guys, we're still learning here. And I guess one of the biggest things that I do tell people when they ask me about makeup, when you get to the eyebrows, for a lot of people the eyebrows are the hardest part when doing makeup. And that's really, to me, I think it's harder for people because we're so hard on ourselves and we don't like messing up. But when you do eyebrows, they don't have to be perfect because that's why you go back in with your concealer so that you can fix any imperfections that you have or that you may have. Some of y'all got it down and you can put your eyebrows on the first swipe. Me, I need my concealer to make sure that we get things together. Okay? I just need that. So once again, we're just going for a natural, beautiful brow with some definition. But we're really gonna let the eyes do all of the talking in this makeup look. So if you guys would like to find me on social media, you can find me on Facebook at Jamal Daking. That's Jamal space Daking. Or you can find me on my business page on Facebook at A Touch of Forever on Facebook, or you can go to Instagram, and my Instagram is A_touch of forever. You can find me on any one of those social media platforms. Add me, follow me. I do post videos from my other pages as well, so you guys can always be updated on what we are getting ourselves into. So now that we have our basic shape for our brows, we're going to use our concealer to go back in and get a nice shape for those. And I always get my foundation brush and just blend in that first beginning of those brows. Give you that seamless look on your brows. One of my biggest pet peeves, I would say, for brows would be harsh lines. I hate harsh lines. So make sure that the beginning of your eyebrows do not, I repeat, do not look like they've been drawn with a Sharpie marker. Okay? We're messing things up when we go that far. So now we're going to take some concealer. This is, I don't even know. Oh, this is Kiss by Kiss. And this is their high definition Smart Blend Concealer. And you're just going to drag your concealer down once you get the base shape that you want. Remember, you can always go back and correct any mistakes that you make. That's why it's makeup. The good thing about makeup, you can always correct mistakes. So don't get frustrated if you do something that doesn't look like you want it to look. You can always go back. You can always go back. Remember that. And we're not using a whole lot of concealer because we are going for a beat look, but we want to be naturally snatched and beat. You're not going to prom today. Save that for the babies. And then just make sure you blend it out. And of course, we're going to come back to that spot when we get to our foundation. But make sure I always take my brush and just blend that concealer out. That way I can see a more definitive shape for my eyebrows, so I'll know, exactly where I'm going to go with this. And as you can see, we have a beautiful shape on the brow. So now, here's the hard part. Making a match. This is where the problem comes. So one of my key things with making eyebrow match, I know people tell you to do like this, and I don't go through that. What I try to do is I try to look at these two starting points here and here. And those kind of where how I determine where and how to start my brows. Again, we're just going to take it. This. And you just want to create that razor on the end. That's what I call it. That's that razor. Make your eyebrows look like you got them shaped up with a razor. And then when doing brows, like you guys will see me step back, and that's just because you always want to step back. After you're doing any step on your makeup, you always want to step back so you can see the total look of what you're doing. Make sure everything is symmetrical. And we have 2 symmetrical eyebrows, which are awesome. They are looking great. So now we're just going to shape up the top of this other one. And then we can move on to some more fun stuff. Alright, lean your head back. And then to just find the symmetry with this one, I kind of look over, see where it's at. And I always start out a little bit wider than what I need to help me get more of a shape. Or more of a matching shape, I should say. And then always blend that concealer out. You don't want it to look like she has on a mask. Some of y'all be messing that concealer up. Oops, did I say that? Hope no one gets mad. If only I cared. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I'm still filming. Let me make sure I don't tell the whole truth. So now I'm just going to go back in, and we're patting just to create a little bit more depth. But once again, no black eyebrows. You don't do black eyebrows, guys. Black eyebrows are the devil. So once again, if you are joining me, thank you so much for your support. Please, 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 ma'am, and please, sir, like, share, comment down below, and let me know what you think of my makeup tutorial. Let me know any suggestions that you may have for me, any product suggestions, and we can go from there. Keep all the bad comments to yourself. You can save that. And we're almost done with the brows. We are just, like I said, adding that definition to make sure we're getting a good crispy brow, which I'm sure that we are, but I think a lot of makeup artists are slightly OCD. All right, then we're gonna take a little, a slightly lighter, look straight, there you go, a slightly lighter, you good, a slightly lighter Revlon concealer, and we're just gonna fill in her eye space. So we're just going to fill in her eye space right here. And this is going to create a base for our eyeshadows. As you can see, this concealer is just a little bit lighter than the one that's right up under her brow. And this is by Revlon in the color 370 Toast is the concealer I'm using for her, to prime her eye space for her eyeshadow. Guys, I don't know the names of my brushes. I'm sorry. I will get better with that so that I'll be able to let you know the exact brushes that I'm using. I'm also going to be ordering some more brushes and some new products, hence the reason I asked for the suggestions. So just bear with me, guys, as I go on this journey of creating my YouTube page, making videos for you guys, and doing what I love to do, which is entertain and make people beautiful. It's rather fun. So, we are going to take So I got another 3D contour palette by Kiss, and I'm gonna take the lightest color in their palette, and we're just gonna dust that over the whole eye. Take the lightest color in the palette and just pat, pat, pat to set that concealer. That's the only thing that we're doing right now, so we're not looking for any perfection or any color. We just want to take that light color, set that concealer because it is liquid, and we don't want our eyeshadow to be blotchy. So we're going to give them a good solid base to come on top of. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going into, this is one of my favorite palettes. Shout out to the crayon case. I'm going into my Watch Me Blush palette by the crayon case. Congratulations, Super, on everything you've been doing. We're so proud of you.
On the baby. We just had a little girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Leah. Okay, so now we're going to go into our tangerine that we have here on our crayon case Watch Me Blush palette, and that's going to be the first one that we do. We're going to take this tangerine and we're going to put it right in the crease, right in her crease. And we don't want the tangerine to be super, super heavy, so one dip of the tangerine into the palette should be sufficient enough. You will just want to make sure we blend it out because we are using this as a transition color to help us blend. And we're going back into our tangerine, do the same with the other side. And as you can see, the crayon case pigments are amazing. They show up and show out every time. Just make sure we're blending that into her crease. Giving her a very fine crease. We gotta tap this in a little bit more. And make sure you blend that out. Blend that thing out. Now, we're going to take from the same palette, the Watch Me Blush palette, we are going to take, we're going to take this color right here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're going to take this color, which is cranberry. We'll start there. And we're going to put that right below the tangerine. So we got the tangerine here. We don't want it in the crease, and we don't want it above the crease or in the crease, so we want to put it right below where the crease is. So almost like right on the top of her lid. And you want to blend that into the tangerine. And look at that beautiful color it makes, guys. So once again, we're going to do the same with the other side. Not above the crease. We want to get it right on top of the lid, but not on top of the crease. So right now I'm getting, I don't know if you guys can see it good on the camera, but I am getting some beautiful peach, pink, and red hues from blending these two colors together. It's really giving me exactly what I want. And I'm just going in now, making sure that the colors are blended well. Because we are going to go back over with the tangerine just to buff and blend out. So, there we go, that's the cranberry. Now, Y'all, I'm telling you, I love this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. So we're gonna take out of the out of the same palette, we are going to take our berries, which is like a deep purple, almost like a plum. We're gonna take that, and we're gonna put that right, like right above the red, right where the peach and red meets, and then blend it up into the crease. And remember, you are going to go back in and blend out your colors. But we want to make sure that we have that definition so that we can see the difference. And we're going back in with our berries. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. And guys, I'm sorry I'm not walking around the whole chair. I'm actually not, because we are limited for space. I'm going to be renovating the studio area. So we're going to have some new equipment, some new decorations, so that we can get this thing started. And I can be making videos for you guys every day. Once again, thank you for your support. Please like, share, and subscribe to my page and to my videos. We got some exciting stuff that's coming up. We're going to have an awesome seafood mukbang in the future, very short future. We have a fried chicken, southern fried chicken mukbang coming up, so you guys don't want to miss it. So please go to my page, like, share, and subscribe, and you guys will be able to see all of that stuff. Okay, so now that I got all the advertising out of the way, thank you, Jesus. Woo. We can get back to this makeup. And now we're just going to take that tangerine, and we're going to take that and blend out the colors that you have. And you want to take the tangerine and put it right at the top. Right at the top, like that, so it can blend very beautifully. Then going back into my tangerine on this side. And once again, giving that beautiful blend. Yes. All right. And as a final touch, just to add a little bit of definition, we are going to go into our box of crayons palette by the Crayon Case, and we're going to go straight for, let's do it. We're going to go straight for the black. Now with the black, you only want to put it right here at the bottom of the crease on the outside corner. I'm going to put that there just to get a good bit deposited. Now with this, because I don't like my black to be blended out much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my black where I want it to go. Place my black where I want it to go. Now I'm going to get a clean brush, a clean blending brush, and blend that black in so that it doesn't create, so it's not too much black and it takes away from the colors that we put. We just want some definition in our crease, and that black will give us the definition that we're looking for. See how that black gives you that extra definition? And now we're going to take our concealer to cut this crease. The easiest way I find to do a cut crease is to do this. Look up at the ceiling. Yep, not closing. Boom. So you see here we got a line and we know exactly where to place our concealer for our cut crease. And then I'm just taking it and kind of patting it because I don't want the cut crease blended all the way out to the corner. So I'm going to take it probably until where it meets the black and then begin to blend it out. And then just repeat with the other side. All right. Woo, that was intense. Jeez. So keep them low, like low. Now we are going to go into my Too Faced glitter palette, which happens to be my #1 favorite glitter palette, of course. Why wouldn't it be? So, we're going to start with the all white whitening base from Too Faced. Which in turn, this will be our base for our eyeshadows. Yes, I love this stuff. And I'm just dabbing it on there. I don't really like to like rub it on, so I think it starts caking the product up. And I'm not a fan of that look, so we don't do that. And mix. So now we're gonna go for the work it. And again, this glitter is Work It in the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. I'm just going to put that at the beginning of the cut crease. Now we're going to take our other color from my Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. This time we are using Hot Damn is the name of this glitter. And we're just going to take that and run this all through the second end. Let me pick another brush, guys. That one's not going too well for me. Let's try this one. So we're going to go with the Hot Damn, which is more like a purple, a grayish purple. And just make sure we get that whole end with that Hot Damn glitter. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it is like a very pretty grayish purple. Very pretty color. So now we're going to take some eyeliner and we're going to give her a light wing. Lift it up. Right? And then we're just going to repeat the same thing on the other side. And we're making sure that we're not doing the liner too thick. We're just going to go in a little bit right here. Make sure we fix that. I'm so sorry. I am using the water-resistant liquid eyeliner by NK Makeup. Apologize. I probably should have already told you guys that. But however, neither here nor there. Now to my favorite part. I'm going to make sure she keeps her eyes closed so that we do get the fullness of the eyeliner, because we all know there's nothing worse than getting eyeliner somewhere other than where you intended it to be. So we're just going to start with the foundation. The foundation that I'm using for her is Black Radiance in the color Cocoa Bean. I love Black Radiance. I really have nothing bad to say about that line. Yep, they've been around for years. I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. So as a professional makeup artist, I still swear by them. Sure do. Listen, always blend your foundation down to your neck, please. Please, guys. Cup. All right, we got our foundation down. Now we're going to take some concealer. If I can ever find it, you know, loose things, guys. Aha. So I'm going to take this. Take this concealer.
What kind of concealer is that?
This is the same concealer, the Kiss High Definition Smart Blends in the color. I don't even know if I know the color. Oh yeah, in the color Warm Honey. So that's the this is the same concealer I use for her eyebrows. Because I'm pretty sure that I didn't say that to begin with. So the concealer is Warm Honey is the color of the concealer. So I'm just going to take this concealer and of course we're going to put it in her highlight regions. We're going to also put it right on the bridge of her nose. That's going to create definition for the contour. And then of course on her cupid's bow and then on her chin. Now, What I like to do is I like to spray my sponge with setting spray, and this is the NK Makeup Matte finishing spray. I like to spray my sponge with makeup, look up, and then it makes it easier to distribute the product, and to me it just makes it go on a whole lot better. But we're just going to get that highlight area blended in really good. As you can see, once I blend it in, you can barely even tell where it was at. So you have to make sure we're picking the right color for concealers, look up, and any other products that you use on your face. Colors definitely do matter. Now, me personally, when I do makeup, I blend all of the highlight areas, as you guys can see me doing. I blend all of the highlight areas, but when I get to the nose, I take the nose with the skinny part of the sponge, and I blend it out at the top, in the area where the eyebrows are. But I'm going to leave the nose, so I'm not going to touch the nose contour right now. Well, we'll clean it up, but we're going to leave it. So while we're leaving that, we're going to go into our setting powder. The setting powder that I'm using today is Ben Nye. I believe it's banana, but I'm not 100% positive because it's not in the original container. But this is Ben Nye for sure. It's a Ben Nye highlight powder. Look up. I'm going to take this in her highlight areas, which, as you can see, this is the perfect highlight color for her. I do recommend banana powder or Ben Nye to really all of my, to any black girls or black boys that do their makeup, any African American people. Ben Nye's makeup is really good. It does stick. I mean, so that's something that you guys can use, because I know that it's harder. It's a little bit harder for us to find makeup that is made for us and works for us the way we want it to. But that Ben Nye setting powder is amazing. Also, the crayon case has some chalk dust that is amazing. I'm waiting on my shipment right now so I can give that a try. Every video that I've seen so far, it has been really awesome. So we got our highlight set down. Of course, you guys know about baking, but what we're gonna do before we go to doing her contour is we are going to go over her face with a little bit of setting powder, just to give her that finished look. But we won't. So actually, I'm going to take my fluffy brush. This is a HD Flawless powder that I'm using to set the rest of her foundation with. You really don't need a lot. A little bit does go a long way, especially with this product. Guys, I'm already loving this look. Like, share, subscribe, and please, please, please comment and let me know what you guys think. So now that we got that set, we're going to use one of my favorite contouring brushes. Like, listen, this contour brush is my favorite so bad, it's broken. But I refuse to use another one, okay? I just refuse to. So, we're going to go into our contour palette. We're going to go back into our Kiss 3D contour palette. And we're going to go with the darkest powder that we have in this palette. And we're going to use that for our contour. Just going to take it at the back of her cheekbones. Swing it up. Right here at the back. Take it up right there. That's just one of my feet. There we go. We got it. We got that on tape. But I love this, and I will not use another one, y'all. I need some more highlighter brushes. I actually have 3 more that are in the package. But I just love this one. Get over it. Alright, and then we're going to take this on the other side and then contour this as well. We're using all warm, natural tones because we want her eye beads and her eye makeup to do all of the talking. This is a lips and eyes type of face. And then she's so beautiful, it's really easy to do her makeup. Not much that we have to do, you know? Okay, so now that we got that, we are going to go to our next step, which is some blush. So I have my favorite blush palettes as well as by She Makeup. It's the BL01 Mineral Blush. Got this from the hair store. A lot of products that you guys will see me using, I do get from the hair store. No shame in my game. I use all of my core products like my foundations, my concealers. Well, even a lot of my concealers come from the hair store, but like my foundations and my powders, I do spend good money for those, as well as my palettes. I spend pretty decent money for those. But as far as like everything else, if you can find it on a bargain and it works good, baby, get it on a bargain. Don't be trying to do what other people do. There's no need. So now, we got that part. Now we're going to go to the nose contour. And I'm just going to take, I'm going to take one of my fluffy brushes and we're going to go right back in to that dark powder that we used for my 3D palette. And we're going to take it right along the nose, right here. Same with the other side, right along the nose, right here. Now, one thing people forget is about the tip of the nose. Anytime you contour the nose, you want to make sure that this tip of the nose gets contoured too, because that's what's going to make it look smaller. If you don't contour the tip of the nose, it's going to look weird. And so remember that concealer that I had not blended out yet. Now you're going to take your brush along that and go ahead and give that a nice blend out. So you'll still have that highlight there for your nose contour. I'm getting all over the place there. Okay, so because we're going for a bold look today, I'm going to use a purple lip liner. This is another NK Makeup Auto Lip Liner. Once again, another awesome hair store product. So we're using this purple to line our lips. She has a beautiful Cupid's bow, so we want to make sure that we do accentuate that. So we're gonna make sure we get some highlighter on that guy as well. But when you do your lip liner, that's a major part in forming your Cupid's bow for your makeup look. So just keep that in mind. Some people don't have it and you have to create it. Some people already have it and you just have to make it more defined. We're going to bring that lip liner down just a little bit. That way it will blend with the color lips that we're going to use.
Where we look together?
All right, so you close your eyes. Now we're going to spray her with some setting spray. That's the only thing about this spray bottle. I hate the way it comes out, but it definitely gets the job done, for sure. It does exactly what we need it to do. But they got to do better with that spray bottle. So now I'm just blending down her entire look. Make sure all those powders are meeting together. Look up to the sky. Just knock that excess highlight powder. Perfect. All right. And we are almost done, guys. Like literally, we're almost done. We just gotta add a little more lower. Just a little bit. And we're going back in the Watch Me Blush palette so we can get some of this berries. Look up. Yep, we're going to take this berries and put it right in her waterline. And see, when you put it on the waterline, for whatever reason, it does come out a little more purple, which is awesome because for this look, that's exactly what we're going for. That's exactly what we're going for. Oh, you guys see that? That's exactly the look that we're going for. Very beautiful and painted, a little exotic and fun. Look straight at me. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. So let's put on the final touches, the finishing touches, should I say. And the first thing that we want to do is get our Too Faced glitter palette. And we're going to add our accent to our look. Or are we? I gotta find the right brush, guys. Sorry. Being a little picky. Okay. I've been a little picky. You guys have to bear with me. Okay, so now we're just going to take some of the glitter from the Too Faced, from the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, and we're going to take some of this fairy dust and we're going to pop it right in this corner. Again, we're taking the fairy dust and just popping it right in this corner. Really bring some brightness into the look and really give our girl just a little more drama with this look. I must say, this is one of my favorite looks. Look up to the ceiling. Yep. And you're just going to use your brush, knock off some of that excess glitter. And now guys, what would life be without a little bit of highlights? Y'all know my motto. Highlighter go on everything. Except for your hands, son. Some of that take for it. Alright, and smile. And we're going to take, this is my favorite highlighter. This is the Fenty Trophy Wife. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Fenty. Now I am going to blend this out, but because of the brush I'm using, I like to sit it on first and then blend it out. Oh, sorry, I just keep stepping in front of the camera, y'all. I'm bad with this. I'm learning. And we're going to take some highlights with my all-time favorite tool, of course, my finger. And we're just going to give her a light highlight on the nose right there. Yep. And right on her cupid's bow. Yes. Yes. And yes. Yes. This is what we want to see. And go back in with your finishing powder because highlight does move. It will move, unfortunately. So you want to make sure that you just dust everything away. The highlight is on the cheeks, and that's all. Don't want to get on nowhere else. And one more touch, which will be some lipstick. But for the lipstick, we are going to keep the purple and make it more of like a nude ombre. So we're just going to take a dab, not a whole lot of this. And like this. We just want to make sure we get that Cupid's bow situated really good. Okay, do it one more time. She should be able to do this one more time and we should be good. All right, guys, so I'm going to come behind the camera so that I can see, so I can take you guys so you can see our finished look. Oh my goodness. Wow, that's awesome. Close your eyes. Oh my goodness. Now that is beautiful. And open. Can you tell them who did your face today?
Jamal, the king.
Yes. Okay, guys, so once again, guys, please like, share, comment down below what you think about this makeup tutorial. I know it wasn't the best, but we're working on it. And thank you guys for your support. Again, like, share, and comment. Mwah.